Recorded Books presents The Secret Apparatus, The Muslim Brotherhood's Industry of Death, by Cynthia Farahat. Narrated by Fajer Al-Kaisi. Foreword to The Secret Apparatus, The Muslim Brotherhood's Industry of Death, by Daniel Pipes. In this ambitious and powerful book, Cynthia Farahat argues that the Muslim Brotherhood, MB, founded nearly a century ago, presents a far greater threat than is usually perceived, being nothing less than the world's incubator of modern Islamic terrorism and the world's most dangerous militant cult. She traces leading Egyptian groups such as al-Takfir wal-Hijra, al-Jama'a al-Islamiyya, and Egyptian Islamic Jihad back to the MB, as well as non-Egyptian ones like Ansar al-Sharia in Libya, Jama'at al-Tawheed wal-Jihad in Jordan, Tala'i al-Fatih in several countries, Hamas, the Taliban, al-Qaeda, and ISIS. With such an array of accomplishments, she concludes that the MB presents an existential threat to the United States. Those not alarmed by the MB, in brief, Farahat wants urgently to alarm. The author is an Egyptian who immigrated a decade ago to the United States, where she has written on jihad for American publications, penned a column for an Egyptian newspaper, testified before Congress, and advised U.S. law enforcement about Islamism and jihad. Before that, in Egypt, she co-founded the Liberal Egyptian Party, whose platform endorsed capitalism, separation of mosque and state, and peace with Israel. She studied Islamic jurisprudence and history and co-authored a book in Arabic titled Desecration of a Heavenly Religion in 2008. For her efforts, Al-Azhar University banned the book, while she herself was banned from Lebanon and landed on the hit list of an al-Qaeda-affiliated group. This book, The Secret Apparatus, contains a wealth of names, dates, events, and other granular facts, all needed to establish the author's case. Accordingly, it is not a book to be speed-read, but studied and returned to. Much of the evidence is original, Farahat having taken advantage of archives opened after the 2013 revolution in Egypt, or relying on new sources, such as memories of the hyperthymestic Tharwat al-Kharbawi. To help the reader approach and appreciate the pages that follow, therefore, I propose to sketch out their main lines in this foreword, adding some reflections of my own. The book has 5 main parts: background influences, the MB founder, deceptions, impact, and U.S. policy. Background influences. Farahat argues that the Muslim Brotherhood, established on March 22, 1928, began modern Islamism, and that the Secret Apparatus was the first covert Islamic terrorist organization in modern history. She traces the MB's origins to 2 main sources. 1. Iran and the Shi'i branch of Islam. The medieval assassins served as the biggest influence on the Brotherhood's formation, something made possible by Taqrib, the effort to narrow theological differences between Shi'i and Sunni Islam, with the ultimate goal of re-establishing the caliphate and jointly waging jihad against their common enemies. The Iranian Jamal ad-Din al-Afghani, founder of the modern jihad project, may have been the most important figure in the revival of Islamism, because he combined Western secret societies with Islamic clandestine proselytism. MB founder Hassan al-Banna drew heavily on this legacy to create a 20th century equivalent of the Order of the Assassins. Farahat reports the surprising news that Ayatollah Khomeini visited Banna in Cairo in 1938. She speculates that Banna swayed Khomeini, as Banna's influence on Khomeini would become apparent years later. In the mid-1960s, Ali Khamenei took advantage of his time in an Iranian prison to translate 2 of the MB's key books by Sayyid Qutb into Persian. The Iranian Revolution of 1978-79 saw an MB branch formally established in Iran. Also, at that time, Khomeini apparently suggested the wording of the MB's key slogan, "Islam is the solution." During the Iraq-Iran war, the MB used its influence to help Tehran. In turn, Tehran generously funded Hamas. When Khamenei became Iran's supreme leader in 1989, he included those 2 Qutb
Sample complete. Ready to continue?